guy.
Right. So, like, let's say you're spending thousands of dollars a year for 8 years and you're getting, like, nothing, right? Mm-hmm. But then the 9th year, now, like, you blew up and, like, each song is making you, like, $50K. You know, like that, like return on investment is great, but I don't think what people see is that 8 years you literally were in debt.
Yeah.
At least like in terms of like expenses to like how much you were getting back.
And that is college.
Yeah, right. But
welcome to Learn or Be Learned. We either learn from others or others learn from us. The former is able to help us become a better, faster you. Follow me weekly as I dig up stories like a true anthropologist would on one of the 3 series called Guest Conversations, Book Applications, or my Small Talk Explorations. I'm your host, Shiva Danshaker, and let's talk.
All right, welcome back, friends. So today is a very awesome episode. I got Jay and we got Rodney Allen both here on one episode. They actually had separate episodes last year, and this is kind of like a reunion episode with all 3 of us, so this is going to be interesting.
Good to be back, man. I missed you.
It's been a long time.
You keep disappearing. You come into our live and then you disappear.
I will say it doesn't feel like he left because I listened to his
music.
Yeah, every time there's a new one. Yeah.
I appreciate it. You guys, I mean, speaking of which, you guys are like killing it on social media and stuff. You got a lot of streams going on your music, Rodney, and you got Jay, you got hella followers on TikTok right now.
I've been growing.
Mm-hmm. And so tell me a little bit about how that's all been.
Streams have been going good. It's at this point I'm just trying to figure out how to translate and like try to get people over like what we were talking about earlier, getting people from Spotify to Instagram or Spotify to Facebook. I don't really mess with Facebook all that much, but if you want to follow me on Facebook, you know, by all means. But it's hard to transition because like I can have 8,000 listeners, but getting them to like scroll down just a little bit and look at that Instagram icon and click on it and click follow. It's really hard because we were talking about earlier about how to get people from TikTok, like with Jay, to get people from TikTok to Instagram. I feel like it's even harder on a platform that's not even like a social platform. It's just a music platform to get them to be interested enough to actually go and follow. So that's pretty hard. But other than that, I mean, keeping the streams up is pretty easy. I won't give out my secrets just to not like put people on game, but yeah, Jay's the secret. Jay's the secret weapon right there. But yeah, so that's pretty good.
I mean, you got a record deal going. You've created several songs.
Got more coming.
You're gonna be in an awesome album that you probably haven't mentioned yet, so I won't spoil it. But you got some cool things coming up.
I will say too, the reason why he's not putting out music as consistently as he was before, I will take full credit of him not dropping because
at least partial credit.
I'm at the point where I'm not letting him put out anything that is not like quality. Like, and so the thing is, his music definitely quality, but right now, I'm like, we need to tackle the visual in a whole different way. So we have a song that's already been done, but I'm like, we need to like really nail the video. Like I want us to like take it to the next step, and I'm just like, we can't do the same thing we've been doing and expect different results.
Well, let's talk about that, right? So the whole like quantity versus quality. We've talked about that before, like you said, with Russ being your inspiration and how he posts like once a week, right? And I feel like as creators, like quality matters to us a lot. Probably more than the audience really knows or cares.
No, yeah, it definitely matters to me.
Right. So why are you focusing on quality more now? Why'd you make that switch?
I feel like it's also like the type of quality because like we already put out good music. Like not to pat myself on the back or anything, but I know what I'm doing when it comes to writing. Jay definitely knows what he's doing when it comes to producing, but he's talking more about we got to put more visual out there so that way people can see it because I can post like a lyric video or I can just post the audio on YouTube all day long, but that's not going to yield near as much as if somebody can see it and kind of watch like a little miniature movie with it along the way because that just retains the audience or the viewer even better. So we're just trying to come up with different and creative ways to make different videos and stuff like that so that way we can at least have that on the back burner so that we can post a song, get it going, get the hype up around it, and then post the video too and get people to flock to that as well.
Right.
And I will say too, like for me, it's just because like I see other people doing it with less, you know, like, yeah, okay, I have Pro Tools, you know, I got the camera now, I have, you know, solid mic, etc., etc. But I see people doing it huge damn near movie like films, and they have a lot less. They're just buying shit from IKEA
and then filming on an iPhone.
And then filming it, yeah. Like, and it's just like, bro, if they can do it, why the hell can't we?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I'm at the point now where I'll put money behind this guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I have to go out and buy, you know, whatever it is to like make a video or, you know, whatever the case is, like, I'll do it because like I really believe in this dude. So it's just like, I see other people doing it and I'm just like, bro, we can do that. Like, I can learn how to do that. Like, I don't do shit all day other than make fucking content. Like, I can take a few of those hours and like, you know, and I'm up all hours of the night. And I'm just like, I can take this time to learn Photoshop. And that's what I've been doing, learning Photoshop, learning After Effects. I recently just subscribed to Action VFX. So now every single month I get 10 credits. One credit is a VFX element that I can use. So I can download a fire element, lightning. They have a, you know,
to add the videos.
Yeah, so it's like I can make stuff like a full blown out movie, damn near, you know.
Right.
And it's just like that's what I want to do now. I want to take it to the next level because music is one thing, you know. But it's like when you click on that YouTube video, I don't want to see like, and it's not knocking down lyric videos, but I don't want to see a lyric video. I want something that's gonna make me stay to it, you know.
Yeah, not even to knock down our own shit that we've done, but. Like, I don't want to see people standing in front of a car anymore and just one spot. Like, that's what I did for my first video. And it was dope.
And I've done mine on a mountain. And I'm just like, I just don't want to see myself like that.
It has to be, at this point, it has to be a mini movie because people, I feel like, honestly, just have shorter attention spans now because of things like TikTok, Reels. Like, they just want shorter stuff. So you really have to keep them captivated. And just having it one shot in one place, doing one thing is not going to cut it anymore.
At this point, I want people to question if it's a movie trailer or a music video.
Right. And honestly, like, to kind of, you know, talk about this whole thing is I kind of enjoy this process or journey when you don't have a lot of money to put into it, right? Because that makes you, like you said, more resourceful with like the shit you have.
And I'll say that too before you continue, is I tell people on the internet all the time when I go on live and they're just like, well, how do you do this? I don't have an expensive mic. I don't have this and that. I'm like, bro, perfect. You don't have it. You don't need it. I was like, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Even for me, I was way more creative before I had Pro Tools, before I had this mic. When I had just my fucking the AirPods or the earbuds or whatever, plugging into your phone, recording shit from like, you know, the little fucking mic into the little iPhone app or whatever. I was way more creative, bro. The songs that I listen to now that I wrote when I was 14, 15, 16, I'm just like, bro, I did that. I was way more creative. It's because now everything's emulations, you know what I'm saying? Like, even on my amp, you click one button, it gives you fucking 100 sounds. So it's like, you don't get the chance to be creative anymore. Like, sometimes I write stuff because as I'm playing it and I'm just like, oh damn, this sounds nice. Like, I like this. See what else I can add. So like, the less you have, the more creative you are.
Yeah.
Right. And it actually makes you appreciate as you grow, right? So you start getting that new equipment and now maybe you have enough to get a better mic and you can actually hear the difference. You're like, oh, this can actually do this. And like, that saves me so much time because I used to have to be more resourceful by, you know, circumnavigating in a weird way to get the same effect. And for example, with my podcast covers, right, I use Canva in the free version, and I got pretty good at Canva. Like, I can do some pretty crazy things to the point where I had a friend actually hit me up and he was like, hey, can you give me the number to your like graphic designer guy that made your cover? And I was like, dude, I just made that on Canva. I just got better over time because I didn't have a lot of money to invest. And that's the thing, right? So you don't value like what you got, and you're not as resourceful when you have a ton of money you just throw at it. Because I could have just thrown like several $100s at a graphic designer and been like, make me something.
And then like you're doing everything on Canva, and then you buy Photoshop for $50 a month or whatever, and then you press one button and it does it, and it's just like, okay, like that's good.
Yeah, right. So
it's just like after that, you feel like you peaked already because you hit one button, you hit sky replacement, and now the sky is dark, and you're like, oh well, I guess that's it. And then but on Canva, you're like, I did make the sky dark, but now let me add stars. Let me put a moon in there. It's like so it's like I don't know.
Yeah, I really do think your creativity is the best when you got not a lot go off of.
It definitely is. That's why I won't upgrade my amp. I'm kind of still debating on getting the studio space. I want a studio space because I want to record like bands and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But it's like I know once I get the studio space, I'm going to be recording a lot more people, and then like the stuff that I do is probably going to go down because I'm going to fill it up with more stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Like, fuck, man.
Well, the other way around that is a team, right? Like I think like as you grow, you should also be ready to be paying other people to do that stuff, so you don't get stretched too thin. Because then you're handling all the stuff, and then, like you said, your quality is going to go down, and that's like the last thing you want.
And I'm a big fan of paying people. Like I don't let anybody do anything for me for free. I won't. Like, I can't. Like I just can't do it anymore. Because it's just like, I would not even just like I would want to get paid, but it's just like, like I want people to know that one, like I actually like appreciate you. Two, I fucking grinded hard to be able to be in a position that I can actually, pay somebody to do something for me. And then it's just like, I feel like they're more involved, and then I feel like, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a good feeling. It's just a good feeling. Like, I really like to.
You kind of show that you value their time, their work, helping you out and stuff like that.
I love it. And so now too, because I just got a job at Home Depot. So because what I do here, because this room is my source of income. You know what I'm saying? So I have a project that I'm working on, for my album and stuff like that. But I actually want to throw money behind it, Whereas before I'm like, I can mix everything myself. I can do. Like now I'm at the point where like I want to look for a producer that's like, change that, Right. Or I think you could have done better on this, paying for a vocal coach, $75 a month. He's killing it. He's warming me up, really good, all this stuff. Like I want to put real money behind every single thing that I do because I'm a real believer, especially now in like investing.
I will say that as and I think all three of us here can relate as we're all, different types of content creating and all that. But I think one thing we can relate to is how hard it is to throw money at something that doesn't throw money back.
Yeah, that isn't going to yield the return on investment.
Right. So it's like
ROI.
Right. So like, let's say you're spending thousands of dollars a year for 8 years and you're getting like nothing, right? Mm-hmm. But then the 9th year, now like you blew up and like each song is making you like $50K. Like that, like return on investment is great, but I don't think what people see is that 8 years you literally were in debt.
Yeah.
At least like in terms of like expenses to like how much you were getting back.
And that is college.
Yeah. Right. But like that's hard.
Yeah. So like speaking of that, so I know like Jay specifically, every time I say that I want to do something, I'm like, I could probably find somebody to do it. Jay's like, you should just learn how to do it. And then, yeah, some things, but there are other things like with my album art and stuff like that. I don't mind spending some money on that. But I will say that like with my EP, I spent like $300 on that album art because there's a live album art to it to where it actually like
does saw that. Stuff. That's so cool.
And like it was actually supposed to be like a reflection of me. But then after that, I was like, okay, I spent $300 on that and it's cool and everything.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really do a whole lot other than like people see that and they're like, oh, it's this. Right. So I figured I found a different website where they do it and you can just customize it. It's like, okay, that's a little cheaper. It still does the same thing, serves the same purpose. So if we can do it cheaper, let's just do it cheaper instead of spending a shit ton of money on it.
Right. It makes you think like where I only have this much money. Where should it go?
Yeah.
Right?
And that's really hard, especially with like music marketing. Mm-hmm. It's like everything's so expensive whenever it comes to music marketing, but you don't also want to spend, like let's say you spend $200 on this and it's like, oh wow, I got like 5 streams from that and it's $200. I got scammed. You don't want to get scammed, bro. Yeah. There's so many people.
I don't know what it's like to have just 200 streams. But like, I can understand how it would really piss me off if I were to
there's always people in my DMs, like whether they're bots or real people, and it's like, give me $200 right now and I can blow you up tomorrow. And then it's like you go and you look at the people that they quote unquote help, and it's like, this guy has 50 like listeners on Spotify right now. Yeah. I have like 4,000 this month. Like, I'm not gonna take advice from anybody that is doing less than me, and that's kind of rude in some aspects. I already know what I'm doing. Like, I don't take it to heart. I hope they don't take it to heart either. But it's like, I know what I'm doing right now. Mm-hmm. I already have proof of concept. Like, I'm doing good. If anything, let me help you out, show you how I get like this number of streams on YouTube, Spotify. But it's like, if Lil Wayne came to me tomorrow, he was like, bro, you need to be doing this instead. It's like, okay, yeah, no, I understand. Like, this guy is a fucking multimillionaire. Like,
no, I definitely will say, like, because there's even people now, because like, you know, you follow me on social media. I don't even post about what I do anymore. Like, I used to post a lot. Like, Sean, you know, like, I used to post like damn near every single thing that I did. And by the way, for guys who can, Sean he's producing this whole thing, by the way. So I know you guys won't be able to see him on Spotify, but Sean
shout out Sean.
Yeah, shout out Sean.
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, he's helping us out a good time. But now I used to post everything. Now I just kind of move in silence, and like if you see it, it's just like, whoa. People don't even know. Like, when people saw the new car that I got, they're like, bruh, how the fuck did you get this car? Like, last time I
said that.
Yeah, it was like, he actually saw me at the dealership.
Yeah, I drove past and I saw him at the dealership. I was like, what the fuck are you doing at the delership?
I was actually viewing the car, and the next thing I get a message, he's like, so why are you at the dealership? I'm like, what the fuck are you? Yeah. He's like, I was just passing by. I saw you looking at this car. I'm like, oh, I work here.
So you were posting every day?
I used to post like every single day on
Was
Snapchat.
that even like worth it?
My whole, every single thing that I did, like if I woke up and ate a sandwich, I'm posting it, like literally everything. But now
it wasn't always the best content, essentially.
Right. So now I don't post,
but it was content.
The thing is with that, like, I don't post because, not that I don't want people to see what I'm doing, but it's just like, I just kind of don't like appeal to anybody, because there's people that are just like, you know, try to tell me how to do, like, I'll give you an example. There's this dude I posted right after 3 Days Grace, like, told me, you're coming on stage with us, right? Mm-hmm. And okay, so now people know I wasn't supposed to really say anything, but so now I know people, I'm going on stage with 3 Days Grace. All right, so anyway, so I posted like, 3 Days Grace, they said I'm going on stage with them, whatever it is, right? And then I'm like, fuck, why did I do that? Delete it, you know, because I don't want people to know. And I don't know why I don't want people to know anymore. I just don't.
Okay, like, I feel that's a lot, right? So I think there's a difference between people that make content and then like influencers.
But here's the thing though. So as soon as I posted it, there's this dude who I went to school with, and he's not doing anything in the music realm. Dude messages me, right? And he's like, yo, what do you do on your vocals? I'm like, I do what everybody else does in vocals. Like, what are you talking about? I mix it, I put compression, EQ, whatever it is. Oh, you should put like saturation and you know, because you're a metal vocalist, or sometimes you should do like distortion on there. And I'm just looking at the video. I'm looking at the DM, and I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are to tell me fucking anything, bro? Like, and I don't want to be like, do you know who the fuck I am type shit. I didn't want to do that, but I'm just like, you have no credibility to tell me fucking anything about something that I fucking bleed, fucking sweat, fucking cry, fucking grind hard every single day on. Like, literally to the point where I'm just like, I want to fucking give up, and I'm like, I can't give up because this is what I love to do. Who are you to tell me when I'm at this point, when I worked hard to be at this point, and you're right here because you want to bullshit to tell me how to do my own shit? And then at the same time to be like, oh, I'm not trying to like bandwagon on your whole thing. You know, I see a friend, and I just, you know, wherever I can give advice to, I'll do it. Bro, fuck you and your advice, bro. I don't need your fucking advice, bro. I'm about to perform with 3 Days fucking Grace, multi-millionaires, fucking huge band.
And you've worked with what, like Ariana Grande?
I've worked with big ass artists that I don't even ever mention unless, you know, asked about. And it's just like, you're gonna fucking tell me, oh, you should try putting distortion on your voice. How about you try fucking recording a song that's actually gonna do something? Like, don't fucking tell me shit. And I know I'm going to sound like a cocky bastard, but it's just like that.
I think what you're getting at here is like, there's a way to give constructive feedback, and it's not by acting like you're better or you know more than someone.
If you were given $1 million and somebody earned $1 million by working hard, you can't tell that person how to use their $1 million.
It's all who you're getting constructive feedback from, too, is the thing. But what's crazy is on the flip side of that, too, I was telling Jay the other day, I used to make music with this kid who shall not be named just for his sake. and he has
give
like
him a fake name.
Philip. Okay,
Phillip.
so let's say I used to make music with Philip, and now Philip kind of like fell off the face of the earth. He has like 2 Instagram posts, and he started making music again, right? And so I personally know this really good website that I've been working with for a few months now, and they're really good whenever it comes to getting more views on YouTube. Basically, they just run Google ads for you, but since they do it at such a high rate, they get it for cheaper. So instead of paying like 0.042 cents a view, you pay like 0.18, which actually makes a huge difference, right? And so I was just trying to put them on game and be like, yo, hey, I know this really cool website. Use my promo code. You get 10% off, and I'll get 10% off. It'll be dope. You'll get hella views. And then he wants to come at me. Keep in mind, this guy gets like 12 monthly listeners on Spotify. Not to my own horn, but I haven't been under 1,000 in the past like 12 months, like in the past year. And like no views on YouTube. Yeah, thank you. And he's like, oh, no, bro, I know how to run ads by myself. I'm actually about to. He was
Is that
like,
the guy you showed me?
Yeah, he was like, I'm about to get verified on SoundCloud, bro. I'm about to get verified on SoundCloud.
Is that even
I'm making a lot.
Bro, anybody tells me anything about SoundCloud, I'm not taking you seriously.
I don't even post on SoundCloud anymore because there's no money to be made on SoundCloud.
I won't take you seriously.
And then he's like,
well, it's like a meme now, right? Like,
yeah.
Right?
He's like, I'm about to get on DistroKid, and he didn't even say DistroKid. He said, I'm about to get on whatever site. And he's like, and it gives me this, this, and this, and this. And he literally just listed off the different add-ons you can get on DistroKid for like an extra $10. It's like, bro, I have all of that.
Like, bro, you do realize I can scroll to the bottom and
yeah.
the same shit too.
And so it just pissed me off. And it just pissed me off because it's like, I have all of that and more. I have a fan base. I have monthly listeners that's quadruple what you have. And like, I get views on YouTube. I get comments. I get likes. I have this many subscribers. You don't have this. I was trying to help you out. Don't try to be a dick to me and try to flex on me, bro. Like, I was trying to show you what's up.
And
like,
now tell him the crazy part about that story. When you posted your song, or if you posted a clip, and then
yeah, and then I post a song, or I post a clip of me rapping in the studio. He's like, oh, bro, you have a dope studio setup. I should come record sometime.
Where do you record
Where do you record?
It's so nice.
And I told Jay about it, and I showed him everything. He's like, tell that boy 300 if he wants to come here. And I told him, too, he's like, because he asked me, he's like, how much do you pay? And I was like, that's not really any of your business, but if you want to come record, like, I could set it up for you, blah, blah, blah. And he keeps talking about, he's like, yeah, I only really post on SoundCloud and Spotify to make a little extra money, but I really trap right now. Like, I got money coming in no matter what. And then I told him 300. He's like, do you think you could lower it a little bit, bro? Money's kind of tight sometimes, bro. And it's like, nah, you done tried to flex. It ain't working anymore. I was trying to help you out. Now you can go fuck yourself.
My biggest thing, too, is like, just be real with me. Like,
yeah.
Like, there's no, like, I'm not, first of all, I ain't shit. Like, I'm
not famous either. Like,
I'm not going to be like, oh, you only can afford $50? Fuck you. I'm not going to record you. Bro, just tell me, bro, I only got 50 right now. I'm still going to fucking take you.
Right. I mean, shit, there's days that...
I mean, not every single time. Yeah. But I'm just going to be like, bro, like, let me know your situation because I will work with you. The first thing I tell you before I even bring you on, what is your budget?
Yeah.
That's literally
There's still times where I'll tell Jay, be like, yo, bro, can I pay you half now and then half when I get paid again? Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, no, bet.
Right.
But
I've been real with him. Yeah. We developed like this like friendship.
For 2 years now. Like we've been working on this. And so he knows
you're
where
good
I live
for
if I don't pay him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He's got that charger now.
Nobody else to go to record music if I don't pay him. Like, it has to happen.
And like, I see a lot of people who are just like, fuck, he's asking for 150, 175 now. I'm going to just try to do this on my own. Like, okay, you can do that on your own, but then don't message me. Don't try to FaceTime call me for like fucking 2-3 hours and be like, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? I don't know how this sounds. So what does this do? What X, Y, and Z? The list goes fucking on A through fucking Z, you know? And I'm just like, bro, you ask me another question, I'm going to then charge you to teach you what it is.
At that point, yeah.
Because, you know, it's not like I have a friend named Zach, who used to come here. He's hella dope, and when he was coming here, he was you know, and he's hella talented. Like, he's fucking good. Like, to the point where he comes in here and he freestyles, sings, really fucking talented, produces his own stuff. And I'm just like, bro, did you write that? He's like, nah, bro, I came with that shit in the studio. I'm like, huh, okay, well, it's good, you know. But he'll call me probably once in a blue moon. Hey, bro, I was on Logic, or I started Pro Tools right now. You know, I mastered out how to do Logic, but how do you do that in Pro Tools real quick? Can you show me real fast? Sure, bro, I got you, you know? Or can you help me out with this? Sure, I got you. But then you have another dude who I'm not going to name, but you know who he is. And you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, oh, yeah, I'm the hottest, you know, here in this. You know, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. But, you know, I'm all this, you know, money ain't a thing. And I'm just like, okay, cool. But can you teach me how to do this? Yeah, it's this price. Let me meet you over like 6 hours, you know, or like 6 months, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got you, bro. And then also, too, like, you know, and I'm not trying to sound like where I just want to collect money, but it's just like now I'm at the point where like I've literally filled up my schedule where I have no more time to just do shit for people. Like,
or
I
do it for free.
Yeah, I have no more time for that. Like, and on top of that, I don't want to be doing it anymore. Like, you know, aside from like, you know, when you show up, like, you know, I believe in this podcast, you know, I believe in AJ, I believe in all that.
Literally
stuff.
the only podcast that I share anytime. Like anytime Shiva posts, I post it on my story immediately. Like, yo, go check this guy out.
Know, I'm never gonna be like, oh yeah, well it's $25. Yeah, know? I'm never gonna ask that from you. And even when I didn't know you, I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna.
I was gonna say, like, I think, you know, you really got to be like just kind of real with yourself and with others. Like when I met you, right? I literally came out. I was like, dude, I've done like 3 episodes. If you want, like, you can check out like my thing and tell me how my audio editing is. Like, I'm trying to learn this shit. I don't know anything. And then you literally spent like an hour with me teaching me like some like editing tricks and tips and stuff. And I still use that today. I mean, like, I'm not by any means close to an audio engineer or an expert, but I can get by like doing it myself for now. So like, and that only happened because I was like,
real.
Yeah, I was real. I was like, I don't know anything.
Too. Like,
right.
Like, we can't stand people who come in here and think that they're above anybody
someone
else.
Tries to be like, I got all this and this over you. And I'm like, oh, you do now, huh? Well, let's put that to the test. Like, you think you got it? I'll show you what the fuck. Like, you know, if you really want me to be
I think that's one of the biggest things
LA
too.
type. You want me to be that dude in Arkansas? I will be that fucking guy. Like, I will be that because I work with these dudes. Like, I will be that fucking guy. And trust me, you saying you got all this and all this, back that shit up. Because you're going to come in here and I'm going to treat you like how we treat people out in LA. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be like, oh, he's a fucking asshole. I don't like working with him. Like, nah, bro, you said you did all this. Now
I will be real. Like, you know? Let's say like Kanye West, for example. He even before he was famous, he was like really like all high and mighty.
Yeah.
But like that was his real self. He was I'm gonna be good.
There's also a certain point where you gotta fake it to make it. Like that's what everybody says. But there's also a certain point where you have to make it if you're faking it for that long. Like you have to make it.
Fake it to people who aren't working with you, to your fans or whatever the case is. Don't fake it. Don't try to fake it with me because I'm gonna know the bullshit. When you tell me, hey bro, let me pay you like $25 now, and then like in 5 months I'll get you with like another $25, and then like at the end of the year I'll promise I'll pay it all.
Wait till tax season comes.
You know, like you know what I'm saying?
I got the perfect analogy.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, this is basically like if you're hosting a play and there's an audience watching, you don't fake what's happening behind the curtains with the people that are trying to help you run the play.
Yeah.
Right? Like you got a team that knows what's happening behind that curtain and you got to be real with them.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like the people that are the audience, all they see is what you want them to see because the kind of fake it till you make it thing. Mm-hmm. But if you're fake with everybody,
then nobody's
there's no play.
If a motherfucker try me that's already recorded with me and being all like, yeah, I got this and that. I'll expose these fucking raw tracks.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too.
Office fuck, where I'll do a tutorial when I'm literally fucking clipping your fucking vocal. Like, if you really want to be that guy and try to be a fucking dick, especially to the person who's helping you out.
I think that's one of the bigger things about me and Jay too with our friendship is like there has never been like, at least from my viewpoint, there's never been like competitiveness between us. It's always we're trying to work as a team. Like there's like whenever I came in and we have that song When I'm With You. I knew from the start. Awesome. I wrote that song. No offense to Jay. I wrote the whole thing. All right, I'm going to take credit for it. But whenever I wrote that song, I knew for a fact I couldn't do the vocals on it, and I wasn't about to be like, "Oh, I can't let Jay do it. I'm better than Jay. Like, I can't let him on a track with me." I was like, "Dude, Jay, please sing this for me. Like, please just do it for me." And he did it. And it's like there's never been like I don't ever try to flex on him. He doesn't ever try to flex on me. There's just a mutual respect of like, he's doing his thing. Jay's in his own lane. I'm in my own lane. We just help each other when we can, you know? Yeah. He helps me a lot because, you know, he's my engineer. But there's also times where he'll play me his new album and I'll tell him different things. And there's sometimes, honestly, I feel like I'm almost out of place telling him because like I hold Jay to such this high standard of like his musical knowledge. And so he'll say something and he'll be ask my opinion. I'm like, well, maybe you could try this.
I can tell, and he's doing that. And I'm just like, bro, what
he's like, do you really
bro?
think so? And I was like, yeah, I mean, like maybe your voice right here could do this. He's like, oh, dude, bet that sounds dope. I'm like, really? Like, you think so?
Well,
like, shit, I could do this, bro.
Like I said, like he's one of the few people like that. I'm just like, so I also have like so I have this rule, and I've always done it. Actually, that's how I first met Sean. I send Crystal one of my songs and stuff like that. So what I do is like I send, like say I'm working on a song and it's done or whatever the case is. I send it to 5 people and I say if 3 people like it and 2 people don't, it's gonna be a good song, you know. But if 4 people don't like it, 1 person, you know, likes it, then I know there's something that I need to change. So I think it's like What Kind of Man, or Kind of Man is a song that I had. I think Sean was one of the 5, and he was like, "Yo, this is a dope song," you know. So that's how I am. But like with AJ or Ronnie Allen, like he's one of those people that I can actually go deeper into just singing this, showing the song to, because like at that point, if I'm showing you the song, I'm just trying to get your reaction to it. Mm-hmm. Him, he's hearing like the
I understand it more. Yeah,
like he's hearing the voice memos of me going like, like, what do you think of this melody? You know, or
and
like that.
Not to toot my own horn. I'm like a king of melodies, bro. I can write a hook so quick, bro. But
that's good.
Yeah, I think that's good with me and him too, because he's one of the only people that I ask for advice for when it comes to like writing music. Like, do you think this bar sucks, bro? Like, does this bar sound good? Do you think people understand this and this? And like sometimes he'll just straight up be like, no, that's too much. Like, you're doing too much right now. Or he'll be like, dude, that's sick as shit. You wrote that?
And it also comes into play a lot more when he's actually in here, because when he's playing, because he can send it to me and I can just hear it. I can try to be like, okay, this is how he would probably rap it, or whatever the case is. But when he's in here and I'm just listening to it and I'm just like, do it again, okay? Like, just do it one more time, you know?
Right.
Okay, just one more time, please. I just need it one more time. And I'm just like, okay, cool, I got it. Now do this.
Now do it with a completely different voice.
Yeah, now
this
do
way.
this on this part, or
that's
only say this word.
Right.
Like, just say this word like this on a different take. Trust me, like I can hear it.
Honestly, if it was up to me, my songs would be bland as shit, because every time I go in there, he asks me to do something different that I've never heard of, like whenever it comes to like recording techniques, and it'll just like literally change the entire type of the song, and it's awesome.
Honestly, listen from Grandiloquent to
now
to Villain
to King
you're
or
gonna
Villain.
Literally you're gonna hear just one vocal verse, one vocal hook, one vocal this. Then you get to songs like When I'm With You, where it's like, hold on, I just heard an ad-lib.
Yeah. Right.
Now when we release this one, you're gonna be like, what?
Jay's singing in the background, like what?
No, that's not what he does. He doesn't do. Who the you know? Yeah. And I'm just like, bro, we need to do more. Like I even tell him like, okay, we need to fill this up. We need to do more. You know. Before I used to actually, you know, if you listen to some songs, what song was that? What song was that?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of the song.
I'm trying to think of it. It's
it's the Doja Cat.
No.
Right?
Actually, that did sound like Doja Cat, but it was one of his songs. He started with a guitar.
Oh, it's your song?
Oh, Laying Low.
Laying Low.
Laying Low. Yeah.
I wake up in the morning, count my paper. So there's parts of that song where he actually just did just the, remember, again, one take, or not one take, but like one melody or
one tone in my voice.
Yeah. And I literally, at that point, I had Melodyne. I still do. But like, I don't do it on his vocals anymore because I make him do it now.
Yeah.
Where I took it, copy it and paste it, and on Melodyne, I create melodies, like create like vocal things.
He changes the pitch in my voice.
Yeah, so you're hearing like other things going on, like I'm a player.
It's like fuller, more
laying low.
And instead of him having to go in and do that now, he's just teaching me the tricks and techniques to actually do it by myself. And it's like, okay, that makes sense.
It fills it up and it makes it sound like way more like crazier. Like the choruses are bigger. Everything's like bigger, and I'm just like, because when we do a video to this, we'll
show you that. We'll show you the song after the podcast.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, you'll definitely hear. Like,
you'll see the difference. I mean,
also like you guys are talking about how you guys help each other out, and it's not a competition. And I think, and I'm pretty sure, like, let's talk about this. I'm pretty sure you guys have probably noticed it too. Have you noticed like strangers are often more supportive of what you're doing?
Bro, that guy in Canada.
Bro, I don't like my closest like friends and shit like that. I don't like it's at the point where I don't like expect any friends to like share stuff like that, because you like at the end of the day,
he never asks me to share. I always share. You never ask me to share. Like, I just share.
Nobody like the thing is I have a friend, hardcore Drake fan. Is she ever gonna meet Drake? No. Right?
I mean,
but she shares Drake's shit. Every single post, every single thing, she shares it, right? I love music so much, right? Music so blah 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 blah. Hey yo, friend, can you share my thing?
Nah.
Oh, hold on, give me 1 second. I have to, as soon as I'm done off the clock real quick.
That's all it takes. It's literally it's a free way to support your friends. There's this guy that I met on YouTube who just commented on one of my songs one time, and I replied back to him. His name is Jay, and he's from Canada, right? And he just thought it was so dope that I actually responded to him, and he was like, dude, I love your music, blah, blah, blah. He has helped me out so much. He's reposted my stuff. He's bought shirts from me, bought merch from me. You
posted him sharing. He actually was wearing it.
Yeah, he wears it. Like, he actually, like, he shows me, he works on an oil rig. He'll send me videos of, like, him working on the oil rig. And it's just so dope to be able to connect with people like that. And, like, thinking back a couple years ago, I could barely get, like, one of my friends to post my own music because
it's so hard to.
And now I can get a dude in Canada to do it like that because he actually fucks with me.
Right. And the thing is, I think the reason it's like that is because the people you grew up around and stuff see you as the same
this one person,
right? And like the same playing field as them. So if they see you start climbing the ladder,
they don't want to,
and
see
they're
you
still
win.
down there.
They don't
want you up there, right? So they don't support you.
And I will say this too: I've lost a lot of friends as I've climbed this totem pole. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, it's the dumbest shit ever, and it's because like I said, I've grinded this craft. I've grinded this, this everything that I grinded for it, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we did our podcast, what was I at? 30K?
Really low.
I was really low, and I was talking about, because you sent it to me, and I was listening to it again, and you were like, I was like, my goal is to get to like 100K, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm at over 500,000 right now.
Yeah. I messaged him like last month. I was like, Jay.
He called me.
Yeah, I was like making a social media post, and I was like, hey, I don't know what you're doing right now, but I just want to give you an update. I was re-listening to our episode, like, which was almost a year ago, and you were like at 30K, and I just checked. You're at like almost like what, like 500,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit over 500,000 now. But no, like as I've been climbing up, like people, like literally my closest friends, I'm just like, yo, I've worked hella hard on this. I see what you're doing. Like, I have a friend, he's dropped 4 albums last year, and I'm like, bro, why are you dropping albums? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick.
4 albums,
4 albums
in 1 year?
In 1 year. And I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to be a dick. Nobody knows who you are. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how about you pick the best songs out of everything that you do? And how about you, because you already have the song, so you already have everything that you need. Mm-hmm. How about you, instead of trying to post, put out, you know what I'm saying? How about you take one song 1 week and then post another one the next week and then another one the next week after that, and then even put videos out, maybe put a video out 1 week, then 2 weeks later you put out another video, 2 weeks later you put out another video, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because then people start to get it. It's attraction. And if you have 4 albums, that's about like 40, 50 fucking songs. You're putting out so much music, and I'm just like, no one knows who you are. Like, no one knows who you are, bro. Oh, you think because you're famous now, because you work with this, and this, and because you have this, blah, 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 you think you're better than me? You think you're this and this better than me, blah, blah, blah? I'm like, bro, I'm not better than you. Like, I don't think I'm better than anybody.
That's the thing, is you got to take advice. You take advice from people better whenever you know that, like if, let's say the same guy, if Jay hadn't said that to him, but Drake said that to him, like the rapper Drake had said that to him, he would have done it overnight. Like, literally would have went back, probably deleted some of his albums and just did exactly what he said. But since it's somebody that he knows, and he knows that is like above him, some people almost don't even want to admit that somebody that they grew up with is doing more than them. Yeah. And I think that's what the problem is. It's jealousy is what it is.
It's just like, you think I'm like, bro, you're quote unquote fame shaming me or whatever the fucking word is.
I've never understood that, right? Because if you really think about it, if your homies are going up and you're in that clique,
you're going up too. You might as well. You're not literally in the clique anymore
if you're gonna act like that.
Yeah. It's free to listen to somebody's song. It's free to repost it on social media. It's free to comment. It's free to like. But you want to act like it's going to be the hardest thing in the world to just, put this on your story. Mm-hmm. When was the last time either one of you ever asked me to repost it? I just do it because I fuck with you guys.
I don't even see, when I post a TikTok, I don't even see that. I don't send it to him or whatever to repost it. I'll literally just be clicking through stories and I'm just like,
I got post notification on for you guys. What you talking about?
I see the post on his story. I'm just like, that guy looks familiar. I'm like, wait, that's me.
Yeah.
Like, wait, did I post this? He's like Ronnie Allen at the time. I'm like, oh shit, he posted this.
Yeah. That's the thing is I'm always down. That's one of the biggest things. I'm always down. I might not be able to give you money. I might not be able to even give you advice on how to do it better, but I can share it. Yeah. I can tell people to go listen. I can give my 2 cents about it. I can help out.
I will say that I would rather you guys share stuff with me because my phone is always being blown the fuck up. There's sometimes you'll send me something and then I'm just I didn't reply and then I reply.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
it's hard for me.
We use DMs a lot. I really feel like we got to switch.
Dude, no joke. Me and him will have a conversation going on Snapchat, on text message, and on DM, and it's three different conversations. And it's I think we can streamline this somehow.
Nah, dude. No. For seriously though, my phone is always being. That's why I log out of TikTok. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's all the babes.
Now I log every single time I post. I log out immediately because if I don't log out, comment, like, share, DM, DM request. Then Instagram is fucking going off and shit like that. I turn everything off unless it's somebody that I actually know. But it's hard to get to it.
That's why famous people have other people run their social media.
Yeah. So that's
you don't even have to have it on your phone.
That's why he has to send it to me. He's like, yo. I just posted this, run this up. Mm-hmm. Sure, as soon as I see it, I'm about to share it. I'm about to comment, whatever the case is. Because, I literally just turn my phone. As soon as I post or whatever, that shit's off.
And see, I'm one of those people. I don't get mad if somebody doesn't repost my stuff. I don't care if they don't comment. I don't care if they don't like. But at the end of the day, I'm probably going to send it to you because I enjoy showing what I'm doing. I enjoy getting the message out. And so I'll hit people and be like, yo, run it up for your boy. Or, yo, just posted this. Go comment. And it's at the end of the day, if you do it, I don't care. If you don't, I don't care. But it would mean something to me if you did,
Yeah.
It would make me feel better if you did.
Family and friends, worst people to share.
Bro, no, shout out my mom. My mom shares my stuff more than some of my homies do. No kidding. And she, every time.
Family might. The people, your parents definitely, they'll be, oh, look at my baby boy.
And they give you the worst advice, why don't you have a song? Why don't you just do a song with Kanye? It's I'll get right on that.
Oh, fuck, my bad.
My bad, I didn't, yeah. Sorry, Grandma.
Stupid.
Yeah.
How dare I not? Dude, I remember this one older dude, he was like, bro, whenever you release your he said demo, that's how I know he was old. He was like, yeah, when you put out your demo, I'll be glad to, listen to it. I'm just like, bro, who's going to tell him?
At the end of the day, there's nobody, if you did it on your own, even if you had people help you, not one guest is going to make or break your podcast. Not one guest is, unless you have Drake or Kanye, but, nobody's going to be able to take that credit from you. If you go look on the credits on Spotify, he's not on it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. So he got nothing on you.
It really shows people's
mentality. They don't want to work for it. They want to ride your wave once you get that wave going, and they're like, "Oh, dude, this is sick."
Dude, and that's what pisses me off because I'm just like, bro, just share my shit. And it's I don't ask for much.
Exactly, it's free.
Share button.
It's free.
It takes 0.2 seconds, sometimes less.
I'm about to start DMing people, be like, "Bro, I'll give you $0.25 on Cash App to do this right now."
Honestly, like we were saying, money would help so many issues.
Yeah.
I thought of that too. You're like, hey, $1 for every person that shares this.
Yeah.
It's oh, okay. That takes
watch
6
immediately.
seconds.
You're gonna dollar.
Yeah, you're gonna have 100,000 likes and stuff. But
I be telling people that all the time, and they be like, "Yo, I posted it. Right, cool, thanks. Where's my $1? I'm not sending you $1, bro."
Yeah, they're gonna take out half of it on Cash App. Anyway.
What makes me? It's funny too. Aside from family and really close friends or fans. The haters. The haters are the best ones. I'm telling you, I love, like, people tell me not to engage with haters on TikTok, but I'm like, you have to engage with your haters.
You don't want to look like a bitch.
No, because not even that, but where are they, the thing is, you're not going to go to them to fight these battles. Where are you going to,
they're coming to your comments.
Yeah, they're coming to your comments. And every single time someone makes a comment, that goes as interaction. You know, they don't give a fuck about what the comment is. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, let's say on TikTok, I had a battle with the dude on TikTok. He was fighting with me on the comments. I know for a fact while he's going at it with me on the comments, the video's playing in the background. So I'm just like, yeah, let that shit run. I'm just like,
I swear, I feel like my haters are like lurking. You know, like they're not like engaging. They're just like waiting for like their moment to strike.
They're like, "Damn, I was his first hater, bro. I was his first one."
Dude, the moment they the thing is, the moment they click the video, the moment they like, or the moment they comment, whatever the case is,
that's just running.
You already got paid.
Yeah,
you already got paid. Like, I don't care. Like,
bad publicity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When people are like, "Oh, well, you didn't," not everything needs music. No fucking shit. You do realize you could also not click my fucking account, dumbass. Yeah. Like, you can scroll the fuck up.
You see what the username is, right?
Yeah, like, it's just like, it's, I don't know. People just need to have a voice.
People just want to hate for no reason. I've always been one of those people where I just agree with them. Anytime somebody hates on me, like somebody commented on my YouTube and they're like,
that's how you diffuse the keyboard warriors.
You don't know what to do after that. Some dude could just commented on my video, and it was a falling in reverse video. It was, I don't know, a few months ago. I know I said he just did it, but that's just how bad I am with time. He commented on there, and he literally accused me of stealing Ronnie Radke's. That's the guy who's, lead vocalist of Falling in Reverse. You stole his fucking vocals. How dare you fucking post this and think this is your own? I'm just like, oh, no way. You caught me. How dare I? I am such a bad person. Oh, my God. And then he comes again because I'm like, oh my God, he's serious. Like, he's
upset. This guy's really upset.
Yeah, you're a fucking POS, this and this, blah, blah, blah. Black people can't sing. And I'm just like, okay, well, I guess,
I always just say, you right. Like, this guy commented on my YouTube.
Literally,
like, this is gay as hell. You right.
I was just like, oh my God, you caught me. I need to just delete my whole account right now.
When you right, you right.
Game over.
Yeah, I'm such an idiot. Oh my God.
How did this happen?
Yeah. I can't believe there's people out there who know the truth.
Yeah.
Know the whole time. And then I comment, hey, by the way, just so you know, like, every time you comment, I get a paycheck off of this. Deleted the comment. The comment's gone.
He's like, damn.
You can't win. Because literally, people say that you can't win against the haters. No, the haters can't win against you. Like, you have to know, like, if you're soft enough to let them get to you, then they win. But not really, because they commented and that gives you like more money. You know what I'm saying?
See, I saw this video that was talking about the hardest part about haters is like they already get to see like into your life. Like if you go on Jay's social media, on his TikTok and all this, you can kind of piece together different portions of his life, right? You don't know who the fuck this guy is. So you could be like, you guys are just trash talking back and forth. He's like, well, that's why your mom has cancer. And it's like, damn, I don't know what your mom is like. Like, I don't know who your mom is. How you already know that my mom has cancer. Like, you can't come down from that. So they already have like a handle on who you are as a person. So they can throw anything at you. Like, well, I know who your sister is, bro. It's like, well, yeah, I posted her last week. Of course you know who she is. But
that's why I took my daughter off the internet.
Yeah, that's why I don't post my daughter on Instagram either.
About my daughter, I'm coming for
right. Yeah. To go back full circle with like when we talked about earlier about like personal life being away from your content. How do you guys feel about that? Because I have
necessary.
You think so? Because I have someone on my team who told me, I think you need to start posting more personal stuff about your life.
I will say, I feel like
there's a thin line.
Yeah, I feel like it depends on the content. Like me, if you want to know anything about me, you're gonna have to try to figure it out with the content that I put out. If I put out a song, you're gonna have to figure out if he's talking about him, if he's talking about somebody else, But like me personally, I just don't want to like I don't even want to have my girlfriend on like social media and stuff like that. And it's just because
it's a hard one for me too.
It's just and it's not because like I'm trying to hide her. I'm not trying to hide her. It's just that It's just that like
that's just one more thing that people could use against you if they wanted to, or they could. But I feel like there is a difference between like being personal, quote unquote, and like showing a picture of you at Topgolf and me like posting a picture of my daughter on the internet, exactly. Right?
And,
so there's a thin line that you have to ride of like not letting people too in, but still showing that you're a normal human being outside of podcasting.
Yeah, like I definitely want to show
rapping
like lifestyle, but I just don't want to show like
exactly
just too personal. Like because at the same time, I feel as though like you didn't follow me because my daughter just graduated kindergarten. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You follow me because I put out content and that's what you're going to get from me.
And on the same flip of that coin, I feel like you do have to post more than like just about you being a rapper, you being a podcaster, or this or that. Because not everybody wants to see 24/7 that you rap or you podcast. It's like we know that about you.
Show us your dog.
Yeah, show us your dog. Show us what you're eating. Like,
okay, so let me ask this to wrap this up. Right, so obviously you guys know the podcast is called Learn or Be Learned, and I want to ask you guys a completely left field question. I'm interested in hearing like what you guys think. Right, so you can only have a 2-minute conversation with either your younger or older self by like a decade. Which one would you rather choose?
That's a good one.
That's a good question.
Honestly, younger for me.
You think so?
I think I would say older.
Okay, because both of you, why?
Okay,
you go ahead.
I would say older self. Okay, so I would say my older self is because like my older self is gonna have like that, you know, experience, that knowledge, that just everything that you know that I guess I'm going to eventually go through to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I would trust that my older self is in the position that I would imagine, you know, he would be in, or I would be in, because I know my mindset, I know my work ethic, and all that stuff. The reason why I wouldn't say my younger self is because my younger self is still trying to figure out where the fuck I need to go. And if I were to be like, don't take that skateboard down that hill because you're gonna fuck yourself up. But it's like, if I stop him there, you know, he's not gonna hurt himself, which means he's not going to grow from that pain or whatever the case is, or he's not. And I'll be like, don't date this chick, you know, because you dated that chick, you then felt this emotion that then caused you to write this song, that then caused you to be more creative with the guitar, like or whatever the case is.
Butterfly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I
great movie.
If I were to stop him or like tell him like, hey, look, you're gonna date this black chick in your 6th grade year, right? And she gonna cheat on you.
But that could happen. That could happen with your older self. If your older self tells you a bunch of stuff that like, yo, at age 58, you're going to get cancer, but you're going to beat it and it's going to do good. You're going to stop eating microwavable foods because you had colon cancer, and now everything's like, always going to change.
I feel like if I were to talk to my older self, like, I would more so be wanting to know, like, are you at least happy? Like, are you at least where you wanted to be? Or like, at least are you happy with your life? If I tell my younger self is not going to make those mistakes or not going to have those lessons to become because I'm proud of who I am today.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really happy with who I am today. And I feel like, though, if I were to tell my younger self anything, you know, even if it's like, you know, the smallest thing, like, fuck, I don't know. Like, if I were to tell my younger self, don't apply at Walmart. If I didn't apply at Walmart, I wouldn't be here today. Right. Which means I wouldn't have met you, which means I wouldn't have TikTok.
Well, just don't say that.
You know what I'm saying?
Just don't say that.
Like, it's just because I know the question is going to come up. Right. You know, what are you doing? And like, you know, blah, blah, blah. Because if I tell them like, yo, this was a fucking mistake, I wish I never did this, then I'm not going to want to do it, you know?
So I think, the reason I would say younger self is because going off of what he's saying, if you talk to your older self, it's going to be your older self telling you everything that's happening and what you could do to fix it or what you could do to make it better. And then it's up to you to change it. If you talk to your younger self, you already know what needs to be fixed or what needs to change to be on the right path. So then you give that knowledge to somebody else and you hope they work on it and then go on. But either way, you're still going to be okay, because either way, it's going to be either you having to work on it, which is if you talk to your older self, you're going to have to fix all the problems he tells you about. You're just going to have to hope that you're still the same person that you thought you would be.
But question to this hypothetical question.
Okay.
Whatever you tell your older or younger self, does that then change, or does everything stay the same? Like,
or are you just basically giving them advice?
Does it just create like a different parallel universe, or does it change? Like, if I tell my younger self, don't fuck with white bitches, you know what I'm saying? Do I still then have my daughter today, or does it create like another parallel universe where like, okay, maybe I got this black girl pregnant?
Maybe it would be cool if they could just take the advice, but it doesn't change anything. It just changes their mindset. So like later in life, instead of like having all this shit change, they just have a different mindset about everything. It's like, don't look at this like this.
See, for me, I still wouldn't want
I don't know.
Like, it's that's just, I don't know. That's
fucking
just
Shiva coming in here asking crazy questions.
That's just gonna be something different between us, because I don't think I would want to tell my younger self anything, because I want my younger self to make the mistakes. Like, I recently posted something that said, you don't take the only L's you take in your life is lessons if you learn from them. Like, if you make the same mistake twice, that's legit your fault. You know, like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the only L's you take in life are lessons. You learn.
Shit, I've taken back-to-back L's. Same thing I didn't learn from.
I think I would honestly say something more on par with what Jay was saying, just because I think what I'd ask myself is, are you happy? I don't know how much you like, hey, future self, I don't know how much you can tell me, right? But are you happy? And if the answer is no, then at least right now, you know, like, some shit's got to change.
Yeah, like, but you don't know what has to change. That's what I'm saying. If you're talking to your younger self and you're not happy right now, you know what to tell him to change.
But now let's say,
now you're just
let's
running.
say they're 10 years older than you, right? Yeah. Now you know for the next 10 years, your number one question every year, every day
is, why am I not happy?
What it really makes me happy. If that guy's still not happy after 10 years, he obviously didn't think about it or figure it out.
He fucked up somewhere.
He did.
I feel like that would motivate me to do something more, because I'm not even gonna lie, there's sometimes, like, even today, where I'm just like, I'm fucking not happy. Like, I hate fucking making TikTok videos. I'm not even gonna lie to you. As much as, like, TikTok has helped me create a business and stuff like this, I fucking hate making TikTok videos. And it's not because it's like the videos itself, is because TikTok keeps constantly changing their algorithm, so it keeps fucking over creators. And I'm just like, bro, unless I'm shaking ass, you know what I'm saying, I'm not doing, like, my TikTok is not going to grow. And I'm just like, I fucking hate doing it. But there's so many, fans on there, you know, that just want to see me do it. And I'm just like, I can't give up on fans, because this is, at the end of the day, this is what I wanted. You know, I wanted to have a big fan base. I wanted to make a living off of creating and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, I need to do this for you guys, because I know if I continue to do this, I'm eventually going to be where I'm at. But at this point, like, I swear to God, I'm probably at my lowest when it comes to, like, TikTok. Like, I fucking hate it, you know, because, like, it's those things. It's like the investment thing. I don't spend 6 hours in, like I said, these videos take me 6 hours to do. Like, I know it posts like a minute long. These videos take me 6-7 hours to do, you know, to post one video. Whether if I do it and split the days up, you know, so I spend 2 hours this day, or if I do it all in one day, it takes 6-7 hours to do average. And then I post it out of 530,000 people. I only get 2,000 views, 12,000 views. You know, there's a point where I wasn't even getting over 5,000. I'm just like, bro, I'm not even hitting 1%. Like, I'm just like, I can't stand doing this shit. So I'm just like, I swear, like, I feel like I'm just like I want to give up on TikTok, but I'm like, I can't. Feel unhappy. So it's like, if I were to ask my older self, like, are you at least happy with where your life is at? And the thing is, I wouldn't even ask,
do you trust your older self not to fuck with you, though?
That's the thing.
Nah, bro.
That's the thing.
You got in a skiing accident last year, and we haven't been able to feel our legs since, and now the next 10 years, you never go skiing. You get so many opportunities to go skiing, and you're just like, nah, bro, I can't risk it.
I feel like I would avoid any questions that, like,
could cause problems.
Yeah, I just want to be like, are you happy? I don't even want to know.
That's such a vague question, though.
But the thing is, I don't want to know too much, because I feel like if I know too much,
what if you catch your older self on a bad day? He just got fired from his job for some bullshit. Are you happy?
You could be like, are you content with, like, everything that's happened from where I am now?
Or, like,
to
proud.
See, that's what I'm getting at. It's you are either asking somebody if they're content, or you're going to be telling somebody
Right,
that you're not content.
Asking for reassurance
or giving it to a younger person.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard.
All I'm saying is I could have used that whenever I was younger, going through high school bullshit and all that stuff. It's like, look, true. You could sit down and be like, look, it works out. You're gonna be okay.
But for me, I'd rather have made those mistakes and learn from it.
Well, you can still make the mistakes, but like, would you rather get the reassurance from somebody being like, yeah, I'm happy now, or would you rather go just tell your 14-year-old self, bro, it sucks, but you're gonna make it. You're gonna be okay.
Because I feel like
I went through a lot of bullshit.
I feel like the motivation from that is going to be different.
Yeah,
like the drive. Yeah, because like
it will change the trajectory.
I just turned 26, so 16-year-old.
Yeah, you might just get lazy afterwards and be like, "Oh fuck it, I'm gonna make it." He said I'm gonna be famous on TikTok, bro.
I was a sophomore. Didn't even meet the mother of my child yet. You know what I'm saying? I was in high school. Grandmother just passed away. You know what I'm saying?
At that age, you don't care about anything but like...
Yeah, also at that age, if somebody came up to me and was like, I'm your future self, you're going to make it, could I be like, fuck this guy?
Yeah,
like,
if this happened tomorrow, you'd be like, this is a calling.
Yeah, this is weird.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, the drive that I had that was just like, bro, I can't just sit here and do nothing. Like, the drive for me was so crazy. But I feel like the drive is like, oh, this guy said I'm going to do it. I don't know when I'm going to do it, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing until it happens, rather than me going nah, I just need to work hard for it. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I learned a lot. Like, don't give up, just keep going, because.
But what if you talk to your older self and he does say he's happy? What, you just never change anything after that? He's like, well, he's content. I can be content now.
I don't know. I just like I said.
I just don't know what I would do with that information. If he's sad, it's like, okay, what do I have to change now? If he's happy, it's like, do I have to change anything?
It's tough. Like, no, for it. No,
either way you're screwed.
Point,
honestly, I definitely think.
Honestly, can I just not talk to either one of them? Can I let them talk to each other? My older self and my younger self, like 30-year-old me and 15-year-old
it's just
me?
like extra confusion at that point. They're like, wait, why am I talking to you?
Yeah. I feel this. I don't know. I feel like it's.
That's a good question.
Though. It is a great question.
It's definitely something we should all think about, and maybe I'm literally gonna get a text from you guys in 3 days. It's like, I have the answer.
Yeah. Bro, I got an idea. I know. Okay, not 10 years, but 6 years, bro. I figured it out. I wrote this 5-year plan.
It's like a formula with a chalkboard and everything.
And if I take the time stone, I can actually do this too.
Anyways, Jay, Ronnie Allen, I appreciate you guys being on here again. This is awesome. Anyways, appreciate you guys being on here, and I look forward to our next year's reunion.
Can I say a quick fun fact?
Yeah.
So the crowbar was invented in 1940, and before that, crows had to drink at home by themselves. We'll leave on that one.
It's gonna.
At first, I didn't get it. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
That's how we're ending it.
That's a wrap.